I know that you're probably like me and you want to see this car off of the rotisserie. And yet, I've been looking at this engine compartment for a while now, and I love the way the fender wells look and the way everything else is looking. And I decided I'm going to take just a hot minute and get this in satin black. I don't intend to paint this engine compartment gloss black. I generally don't paint engine compartments body color. I like to just paint them black, which drives Mopar people nuts. So I'm going to keep doing that because I love driving them nuts. But today we're going to take a bite out of this because I just think seeing all of this just black is going to be awesome. Let's get after it. Don't go away. I'm Mike, and you are watching Mike R's Shop. I don't really feel the compulsion to strip this down to shiny metal because I'm going to be using paint that sticks to about anything anyway. And it'll stick to grease. So yes, we're going to clean it up and get the scale and the rust off. But since we're hitting it with Rust-Oleum 7777 satin black, we're just going to prep it so that it works. Again, it's about bites in the context of a vehicle. If you don't get the context of this vehicle, then this probably isn't the channel for you. This is about making it safe, making it done, and having fun. So anyway, let me get out my wire brush and just go to town. And actually, I'm going to get out my wire brush and stay here, but you knew that. Okay, that's done. Obviously, we've got holes to patch and stuff, but again, this is about encouragement and visual appeal, so that is pretty good. So now I'm going to probably spin the car down level and get the firewall done, and then we'll come around on that fender well. I did from here back to there, so yeah, it's going to look all right. Again, I just want it painted, looking respectable. We can always go back later and do more, like we got a lot of rust pitting and stuff in here. But this is Stitch's Challenger. This is not a concourse car. It's going to look super nice, but I'm not looking to make it perfect. I don't care that much. So I want it to look decent and go from there. And I was surprised how much purple was still underneath this rust. It was quite surprising. Well, there we go. I didn't do up here because I'm going to be removing some or all of that, but also I was literally sucking the last droplets of primer that I had. I actually had one full can that wouldn't spray anymore, so I drained that into a glass jar, and you saw me using a brush to apply that. That's all primer. This is still wetting. It's still drying up here. It's wet. It's not wetting. But we got the first layer on there anyway, and that alone is enough. I was thinking I was going to go ahead and put the satin black on, but the more I looked at it, there's so many pits and stuff like down in here that I'm going to want to do some fill work on that. And I've got metal work to do here anyway, so that's okay. We accomplished what my goal was, which was visual improvement on the project. So let's spin it up where you can look at it and stuff. Oh yeah, I like it. It completes the ensemble quite nicely. Frankly, I think so anyway. Yeah, so I guess I haven't done this yet. I'm going to pick up one more can. We'll probably go over that all one more time. so that I get a little better texture. But I'm not going to get carried away because I do need to do a bunch of metal work. Also, that cowl top I'm going to be taking, I'm thinking I'm going to remove all of it. I'll just go through and drill out all the spot welds and carefully take that off of the car, repair it, repair everything inside, and put it back. That does not need to be done while it's on the rotisserie, so I may get a wild hair in my ear and paint that black too. We'll see. But I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I got paint all over me, but that's normal. I got a little straightening out here there to do. I'm still waiting to get argon for my welder, so there you go on that. I just find the more you can accomplish like this, the better it is, the better you feel about it, the more progress you're making. It's just a little bite. I only had a couple hours this afternoon after work, but I thought, yes, let's get that done because we're going to be starting to put the suspension under this and it'll just look nice. There we go. Oops, I missed a spot right up in there. Get that real quick. I did pick up a little bit more primer. And I wanted to just kind of circle back. I think I mentioned this already, but by the way, it's the next day. Yeah, I didn't clean that down to shiny bare metal. Big deal. Not a concours car, right? I got all the loose scale and rust off. I did not have any rust converter, and they didn't have any, so I just went ahead and hit that with Rust-Oleum. And is it the recommended way of doing it? No, of course not. And if this was a high dollar car, I wouldn't be doing it that way. I'm beating that horse to death. I know that. But if you've ever read the can of Rust-Oleum, what does it basically say? Who can read it? Remove loose paint and rust with a wire brush or sandpaper. Lightly sand glossy surfaces. Clean with soap and water. In my case, Prepsol. And spray. That's how the product is designed to work. And it works fine. I've done cars like this before. I know a lot of guys would have a meltdown. Yeah, you got to get that down to the shiny bare metal. Not on a car like this, okay? No. 47 Ford, absolutely. Sandblasted the inner fenders and made them perfect and sprayed them really nice with satin black and different context, different car. This car, I probably get like my GTS. I did the same thing on that, although it wasn't rusty like this. I'm constantly wrenching on that car, banging and knocking. And I don't want glossy, shiny paint under here that I'm going to be chipping, and then it's going to look like crap. And you know, satin black, if you scratch it or you chip it, you go, psh, and it blends out perfectly and it looks fine. That's why I do that. So purists be damned, I don't care. That's why I do what I do. There's always a method to my madness. And I just wanted to mention that because I can just see people that aren't familiar with what I do. I mean, at the end of the day, rust is oxidization, right? Which means it's oxidizing. Ox is the key word. It's a big bunch of bull. No, sorry. It's oxygen. So if you seal out the oxygen, what happens to oxygenation? There can't be any. So that's where the rust stops completely, because unless there is oxygen able to get at the metal, it can't oxidize. That's the point of paint. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. You don't have to agree with me. Don't care. This is why I do what I do. I've had good luck with it on these lower dollar cars. Keep it simple, get it done, move forward. It's about the visual appeal and the context of the project. So, okay, I'm getting down off my soapbox now, but I wanted to interject that here again because somebody comes in here and they don't understand the context of the project and you're not doing that right. They're still going to say it, but I just thought I would, for my own sense of gratification. Well, I've contemplated a lot what to do next, and I decided to let this be a standalone episode. There's lots of body work and stuff to do. I was really thinking about going through and painting all the satin black in there, and I realized I've got so much fabrication and repair work to do in there. It's not worth messing with that right now. So, we'll get this car back on its own feet again, the way it is right now. Get the K-frame bolted in, start getting the suspension components bolted on, stuff like that. And we'll start doing the fabrication on the easy spots, like over there on the fender well and under the battery tray, and we've got some to do around the windshield. We get to take this cowl off because we need to repair down inside where it had been leaking water on the floor, which was the hole between the windshield leaking and the cowl leaking, which is why this car rotted out the way that it did. But all that can be done when it's off the rotisserie, and I want to stay focused on getting it off of the rotisserie and rolling around again. So I think that's where we're going to leave it. I'm still waiting to get my TIG tank or my MIG tank filled, as I mentioned. Just coming out of a bad time of the month, and right now we've just had no money coming in at all. So we'll get there. But that's going to do it. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, we're going to drop this on a Tuesday because it's about the length of a talk about it. And I do throw a hands-on on Tuesdays once in a while. So this is a while. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Down there in the comments is the link to our merchandise. We also have channel memberships for as little as $5 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content as well as early access to select videos and members-only posts and all kinds of other cool stuff. It's a bargain. And if you want to go higher, there's a $10 and a $25 level also. We won't turn that down. Anyway, that'll do it. We'll catch you on the next one. And don't forget, around here, because it is the most important thing, it's something that can transform your life if you let it. Rah!